All good now. Yeah, all right. So, welcome to our community show on community, harnessing the power of Reltio community. We are going to be presenting a decent amount of information in here, and I will be switching back and forth between slides and demoing the different changes that we have made. Just as a reminder, housekeeping that we always want to cover. Um, this is always recorded and posted to community within the next 24 hours. Please keep yourselves on mute if you are not presenting. If you have questions, and you can always raise your hand, use the raise your hand feature, but you can also ask the questions in the chat. We will get to them at the end. And if we don't get to your questions, we will send a follow-up email with the responses to those questions as well. We have a safe harbor slide that we will always be showing in every single community show. So just take a quick look at our safe harbor slide and then I will move on. And I will go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Sarah Bromsmiller. I am the community program manager. So you should see emails coming from me regularly, and I am writing the newsletter and have also been doing all of the updates to community. And I moderate incoming users and also the new posts. And Paul, I'll hand it off to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Paul Lawrence. I work in the professional services team as a technical delivery manager. Been at Reltio for 3.5 years, so I'm here to look at agenda item number 3. But let me go through the agenda. We've done introductions. Secondly, we'll be looking at the community updates, and Sarah's going to be covering some tips and tricks in that area. And then over to me for the Reltio developed recipe section. It's a very exciting and a personal favorite of mine. Then we'll be moving to the community exchange program and celebrating some of the successes from our participants in the community. And then we'll be going to some Q&A at the end.
Awesome. Thank you. So just keep in mind, I'm going to keep this deck up on community as well, along with the recording, so that you can have screenshots of the things that I'll be showing. Most of the session will be done through a demo, however. So yeah, let's get going. So the first thing that I wanted to cover is the changes that we've made to our navigation bar. So there are a lot of changes, and I don't know if you've noticed them happening kind of gradually over the last few months, but the whole goal here is to align better between our Reltio sites. So the navigation bar kind of goes through our similar sections to our Reltio website. We've also aligned a little bit better with our Reltio Learn website. We've updated our participation tab, added a new and improved resource center, and also reviewed and update best practices. So let me scroll over here. So as you can see, I'm going to go into home. This is just my profile page, but I'm going to go into home. And from here, in the best practices page, we have adjusted every single page that is in there. We've also updated the current pages to with any new releases and any new functionality that Reltio has. They hadn't been updated in a while, so there are quite a few changes in there. Events page hasn't really changed that much, neither have browse, but our participate page, we have updated our engage and earn section. And I also added a separate tab for unanswered threads for both internal and external use. I would like to see all community members working with each other to answer each other's questions. So that's the big goal here with the participate tab. And then with the resources tab, as you can see, there is a lot in here that did not exist before. So I'll get a little bit more into that in a moment. So let me swipe back to my slides here. And in your profile page, there are a couple things that you can do that maybe you didn't know you could do. I've been seeing a lot of like duplicate profiles being created with both a job email address and a personal email address. And I wanted to show you guys something special, which is that you can change your email preferences and update them to your personal email address if you'd like. This would enable you to be able to get emails to your personal email address and not clog up your work email, even though we do try to keep our community emails down to a minimum. Um, but you can also, let me get back in there if it's going to work. No. There we go. You can get in there easily by just clicking on your profile picture, or you can click up in the corner and then select your profile. But in the admin section, this is where you can easily update, sorry, just kidding. In the email preferences section, you can easily update that email address. So as you can see, I have this set to my work email address, and if I want to, I can hit change and it'll pop up a Word box, and you just put in whatever email address you want to change it to, and then you can hit save. That will keep it so that all of your emails go into whatever email address you have in here. You can also adjust what emails you want and do not want coming to you directly from community. So this is not one and the same with the newsletter, because the newsletter comes from us, from Reltio, not from the community website. But you can adjust it to whatever you'd like. And if you want a smart newsletter that comes from community or High Logic, then you can also select that. In your profile, you can update all sorts of different information. And I will get into this a little bit more later, but there's all sorts of information that you can add. And the reason that we do this is because our community is meant to be a community. We want people to get to know each other. We want our members to collaborate with each other. And so the best way to do that is by putting information in. And of course, we do not use this information for anything other than you guys working with each other. I'm going to swipe back. So, the Resource Center. This is a lot. We've added a lot of content in here, and it was kind of information that needed to be put into one place, I thought. So, we have added all sorts of links that are going to be beneficial for our Reltio community, whether it's customers, partners, or just people that are trying to learn more about Reltio. So, in this tab, we have a community content portal. This is all of our events, our blogs, our podcasts. You can easily get into those pages just by going in here. The second part of the resources page is our self-help page. This self-help page is a lot. We have our latest release information, information about our Reltio connectors, our implementation how-tos, our community FAQs. We have further support information, the link to our support portal. We have our support knowledge base. We also have the link to our Reltio Trust Center. And then, of course, for those who are partners, we have the link directly to our partner portal. So my hope is that this will make a one-stop shop for everybody to go to in order to get the information that they're looking for without necessarily needing to go to support or your Reltio contact person or something like that. Obviously, those things are still open to you guys and we want you to use them, but we'd love for you guys to have this information right at your fingertips easily, easily discovered. That brings us to, I'm going to hand this off to Paul for the next page.
Thank you, Sarah. Our community is nothing without its participants, so participate is really key to talk about. So as you can see there, we have numerous pages listed on the drop down. So let's look at unanswered threads first. This is where discussion posts that are currently do not have a response are live, and our project managers, sorry, our PMs, team will respond within 72 hours of a post being listed. Next, we have Engage and Learn, and this is a page for all things points driven. And you hear points, and you'll find out more about that a bit later in our show from Sarah. Post a message, it does what it says on the tin, a page for you to write a discussion post or ask a question. And then we have the post a blog section. I've posted several blogs over the past couple of years, and you can do it too. So you can write anything Reltio related. This will go to our community manager for approval, and then it'll appear within our community pages. Now, within Reltio, we use AHA to capture all of our ideas within Reltio that are for enhancements to Reltio. So here we have share an idea, which is the same principle, but it allows you to post enhancements or propose ideas for our community, or even for future Reltio integration hub recipes. So that's something I'll be covering in a little while. And then lastly, you have share a file. And here you can post a link, a file, a YouTube link, anything that's specific to the Reltio community and useful, and it'll be posted to the community library. Just a note at the end that our community is moderated by our community program manager, and this includes any new user who posts, shares an idea, uploads a file. All of those go through an approval process, so we capture anything. Not that anyone would, but any nefarious or malicious posts or spam which go against our community terms and conditions will immediately be removed. But I don't expect that will be an issue. Okay. Moving on to something I am personally very proud of. It's the Reltio Integration Hub best practice and recipes that we have been developing within Reltio. Reltio Professional Services began offering Integration Hub driven recipes since Reltio Integration Hub started and became available in November 2021. In sharing these recipes, our customers have saved hours and hours in development time and significant costs in implementing an RAH-driven recipe integration versus using an off-the-shelf software or working with consultants and having obviously those fees. Now, for me, it's time to share these with everybody. So if Sarah could take us to the community.
Sure.
Okay, so as you can see here, you've got names you recognize from the Reltio Professional Services team. You've got Snehal, you've got Michelle, you've got Vibha, you've got all of our technical consultants and solution architects that have developed recipes over the past couple of years, working with our customers and partners. We're now sharing them with everybody. So you have the facility to download these recipes. You have the facility to use these recipes within your RAH solution. On the right-hand side as well, we've integrated any blogs that are related to RAH. So there's some best practice blogs on how to get the most out of your recipes, how to fine-tune them, how to make them task efficient, which is something that we're always asked about within professional services. So take advantage of all of this wealth of information. And the beauty is that these recipes will be continually updated and they'll be enhanced, and more recipes are forthcoming. They're going through internal scrutiny at the moment before they're loaded here. So keep a lookout, please, for these recipes. And I just want to thank our solution architects and our technical consultants within the professional services team for their work and diligence in creating this, and also the documentation that goes with it that you can also download. And I think I mentioned this a couple of slides back, but we're looking for new ideas for recipes and integrations. So use the participate, share an idea functionality, and post these ideas that you may have. They'll get routed to our product and our professional services team. So as I said, we're continuously developing and refining our recipes. So keep checking back on this page. And please do share with us any ideas that you may have that you'll find useful or you think will be useful for the broader community. Thank you very much. Thanks, Sarah.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul. I'm really excited about those recipes, that recipe page. So I want to start this section by thanking everyone who has contributed to community over the past year. We've put together a program that's going to garner more interaction between our community users, and the program better utilizes the existing Engage and Earn program that already was on the site. It gives us the opportunity to give recognition to our community members. So if you take a look, you can see that we have a number of things that will get you points. Highest points come from writing a blog post, which, as you know, must be approved by myself. After that, you can earn points by providing a question or discussion post, responding to a question that's marked as best answer. You get points for marking something as a best answer. You get points for sharing a file or posting an idea, for registering, attending events. You can also get points for updating your profile. 1 point for every single piece of a profile that you add. The total number goes from 1 to 10 points, depending on how many things you add to your profile. Now, along with this program, we are going to include quarterly and annual awards. The awards go to the top users of our community membership. It also goes to our top accounts that are also engaging, so whether they're customers or partners. We do have an existing internal rewards program that's done through our internal awards program. And then also I am working on recognizing members of our community in our weekly Reltio community newsletter. Those users are the people who have been the most active in the previous week. Keep in mind, I'm going to say this because I think this is important to note. You cannot see all of the functionality in community if you are not logged into community. You have to be logged in to A, gain points, and to B, see all of the pages that we are showing you today. Community is open to anyone. People can go in and view it. There are certain pages that are viewable to anyone just jumping in, but I do recommend making sure you are logged in order to A, be a part of this rewards program, and B, also being able again to see all of the functionality. So I will show you in our participate, engage, and earn program page. I have put in, like, as you can see, I can see who the top user is. But there's also a separate button that has all of the things that I just talked about with the points, telling you what gains points. And then there's also levels that you can get depending on how much engagement and how many contributions that you make to community. That being said, we are starting this by gifting our top 20 users for 2024 with a $50 gift certificate. That will be coming in get an e-gift certificate, so it'll be coming in through to your email. So keep an eye out for that email. It will be coming in the next few weeks. I wanted to thank all of you for your continued contributions and the activity. We love seeing the engagement amongst our community members, and I really love to see when people from one company respond to questions or discussion posts from another company. I love to see how people are helping each other and talking to each other, and it's just really awesome. So thank you all again for your usage. We also have our top 10 accounts in usage for 2024. These are the top 10 accounts you will be receiving an award. Now, the award will be going to our contact person for each of these accounts. But I just wanted to give some acknowledgement to these top 10 accounts. Thank you again for everybody that joins on a regular basis. I see new users coming in all the time for these accounts, and I'd love to see it. So thank you. That's pretty much everything. So I'm gonna open it up to everyone for questions. Paul, can you read? There was one question. I don't know if it was just a comment in the chat.
Yes, we have one question from Ashish. Is there any portal to look at the pricing of Reltio offerings, for example, the license cost of Reltio 360?
That's not done through community. We have nothing to do with pricing. So pricing would go to your renewal reps and your
Account executive, yeah.
executive. Yeah,
Or reach out to your customer success manager and they'll be able to support you as well.
also that. Yes,
Right.
thank you.
So, hey there, Ashish, if you can hear me.
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Right. So, the way you had links for various portals, right? So, I was wondering if there is a portal for pricing and if that can be available to the links you were showing earlier.
I don't believe I don't know that that exists, but I think you have to talk to your customer success manager about anything pricing related. We don't I don't believe we make those public. That's
Yeah, we don't publish the pricing online. Definitely reach out to your customer success manager or your account executive in the sales team. They'll be able to support you with that.
yeah.
Sure.
I want to reiterate that community is for technical, it's more to gain or encourage our customers and our partners and even those outside of that area to engage with each other and to discuss the product itself. It's more of like a technical, I would say like membership. Most of the people are in technical teams. So that's what community is for. So it's not a all Reltio website, if that helps.
Do we have any more questions? Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you, those of you who joined. I really appreciate it. We hope that you will pass this on to your colleagues and let them know that this program is going on and that we have made these changes. And I hope that you will all enjoy the changes that we've made and keep on being a part of